Hi, my name is Celeste Johns. I am originally from the Dallas-Fort Worth area of Texas, more so like 10-15 minutes west of Fort Worth. I did my undergrad at Texas Tech out in Lubbock, and now I'm here. So an interesting thing about me is that I have a dog that I treat like my child. And I also just recently discovered that I really like to travel and go hiking. Kind of bad timing with COVID and everything, I feel like, but it's just something that I recently realized that I really like to do. So a situation where I've taken on a leadership role, I think, besides like school projects and assignments, like group projects and assignments and things like that, I do like to or tend to feel like I possess more of a leadership role in that, just because I kind of like focus on, the final like end project or product, I guess, as well as like a collaboration between like everyone and others and stuff like that. But in life, the first time that I think I've really noticed it is I was an assistant teacher in undergrad at a daycare with 1 to 1.5 year olds. So whenever the main teacher would leave, I would take over, and they would bring in someone else who maybe wasn't as experienced in that classroom. So what I would kind of do is like we'd go over and like whenever they would get there, we'd kind of like set an agenda or like a plan, I guess, of like how, of things that each of us are going to do to, make sure the children are safe, close down the classroom, get all their things together, make sure they, whenever their parents come and pick them up, make sure they, eat like the correct foods and stuff like that. Anyways, so I think that's really where I learned a lot in leadership that way. And then also, my leadership style tends to be democratic and participative style of leadership, which is basically like I think a shorter definition is basically just teamwork to me, but with I guess a main lead, but like a group of a bunch of team workers or team members. And I think I've really noticed that or I think I am more so that leadership style just because I've been a part of so many like team collaborative sports throughout my entire life. And so I've always had like emphasis on teamwork, as well as whenever I was a server in undergrad. One of the places that I worked at really emphasized working together as a team. It wasn't like okay, you go, you get ready, you go to work, you do good, and you make your money and leave. It was like we were all there for the benefit, or we were all there to work collaboratively to do the best we all could that night, to make sure everyone was on their top game, and make sure that we are pretty much all being leaders in our own individual way, just so we represented the company properly, and I guess made them the most money that we could. So yeah, I am a democratic, participative style of leadership, and it definitely shows through in the way that I enjoy teamwork.